But what I am saying is that broadly, the ideology that is coming out from the group, very much not new, very much not Christian, very much not conservative. That just made me remember there is a clip of Joel Webbon. I had to see it, and so you have to also. Here it is.
Wes showed up with his measuring tape, and I think it's fitting for this episode because we're talking about masculinity and physical strength. And Wes is wonderfully gifted at motivating through mockery. And so he measured every single part of my body.
All it wanted was chest and waist, and I'm just doing all of it.
And all every single measurement, your thighs, everything you could imagine. And with each measurement, Wes would he'd take out the tape, he'd measure, and then he would go, ooh. And then when we got done, he said, Joel, you only beat me on one measurement, waist. And then I said, I bet you I beat you on two measurements, waist, but also crotch.
Now, if you're sitting there with your jaw slack, mouth wide open because you haven't heard such nonsense from the mouth of a person professing to be a pastor before, you're right. That's exactly how I reacted. It is abominable. It's unreal that a human being would think that it's okay to say that who calls himself a pastor. Incidentally, his co-host, the kid who, Joel compares the size of his crotch to, which kind of seems like it could be sexual harassment, but we probably don't want to call it that necessarily because sexual harassment means legally that it wasn't wanted. Leslie, whatever his name is, might have actually wanted Joel to make this joke about him, but wouldn't that be fascinating if he did? Anyway, this kid who Joel compared his crotch size to also happened to do this on social media where he used these 3 parentheses. Now, I had never seen the 3 parentheses before because I don't spend time on 4chan. But I made this post basically doing a little bit of research because I had no idea what the 3 parentheses meant. And it turns out that it is an anti-Semitic symbol. It's a symbol that basically points out that people are Jews for targeting them in a subtle way from a Nazi perspective. So that's an interesting thing that's coming out of Joel Webbon's church. Anyway, all that to say is this is the kind of ideology that one side is pushing. They have gone completely off the rails in this insane direction. And then they are insulting people like me, calling me gay, who, just points this stuff out. All the while, people like Joel Webbon is calling his employee and church member to measure every part of his body, and on Valentine's Day, of all days, comparing his crotch size.
But also crotch.
Yikes. Also, this was the same kid who talks like a valley girl in my previous Joel Webbon video.
Mm-hmm. In her voice, she tries to convey with a vocal fry a level of gravitas that she naturally doesn't have because she's a woman. Colin Hansen is an effeminate man who is overweight, lispy.
The guy who talks like this? This is the guy that Joel compares his crotch size to? Anyway.